So I'm going to put the awning up. It's an electric awning. I'm not a massive fan of the electric awning. I've got a bit of a love-hate with it. Yes, it's fairly easy to set up, but I'll show you in a moment why I'm not a big fan of it. Right, so the awning is set up and it actually does give you a fair bit of cover away from the van. So, you know, the distance from the van to the end of the awning, it's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. The problem comes with the width. So, over here where the fridge is and over there where the kitchen is, it doesn't actually cover both ends. You know, when you're just protecting against sunlight and you're creating shade, not a problem. The problem comes in when there's rain. It's not bad. Again, this is my opinion. This is my van, so take it with a pinch of salt. You know, if it works perfectly for you. But for me personally, it's close. It's pretty close, but it's just not quite there. So with that, we decided to replace the awning on the camper. We visited Brute 4x4 in Western Sydney and picked up our brand new Bundutec wraparound awning. First step, remove the electric awning. It comes away by loosening 4 screws in the bottom of the casing. Alright, so pulled the plug loose from the outside, so it's just got this little socket. You just turn it loose, pull the wiring out, and it's a basic pair of spade terminals. So you just unplug it and the awning's basically electrically disconnected at least. With the awning unbolted and the wiring disconnected, the awning is ready to come off the van.
I don't know if I was ready.
Next up, the electric awning brackets need to be removed from the van. They're fitted with 2 bolts and a rivet, which will need to be drilled out to get the bracket off. With the rivets drilled through and removed, it's time for the bolts to come out. With the old awning off, it was time to measure up for the new one. We were super confident at this point.
Oh boy.
Yep. Okay, so just take your time.
Okay.
Yours is up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring the step.
Bring the step.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want the ladder?
Open the door for me. The step is collapsing. With one small plastic step destroyed and the bracket points marked on the awning, we could head over to the deck and drill some holes to mount the awning. So I've popped the awning up here on the deck. Yeah, there you go. This awning is literally as big as like deck at home. I've opened it up so that I can drill the holes in the bracket. A little bit of a pain, but it's not too much hassle. Measured up the brackets on the van itself. Now I've just marked it up, so I'm actually drilling it from the inside out, because you actually got to drill through the cover for the bolts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill 2 holes, so the 2 end bolts, so that I can basically just get it up, offer it up to the van and just get it sort of in place, and then I'll drill the rest when it's in place. Hope that my tape measuring skills are up to scratch. With the bolts in the 2 outermost bracket holes, I used some painter's tape to fix the bolts in place to prevent them falling out when I offer up the awning to the van. Next, we raised the awning up to the van and used the 2 bolts that we'd installed earlier to lightly affix it to the brackets. And finally, we used the built-in legs on the awning to support it while we finished installing the remaining bolts. With installation done, we could take the awning out for its first test run. It's worth knowing a couple of points about the wraparound awning. First off, it is definitely more work than the electric awning to set up. A big plus point is that now our awning covers everything around the van, including the bed, the kitchen, the front toolboxes and the fridge. The Bundutec is a true freestanding awning, but it does come fitted with legs for heavy weather and rain. Those legs are quite high up though, so it might be useful to get some help setting them up. The Bundutec awning is also fitted with a reflective coating on the top, and that dramatically cuts down on light and heat that penetrates the awning. Thanks for watching Impala Overland. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. See you next time.